Could you please explain me about joins?
Means, okay, it's a join is like when you want to join two tables, okay, or more than two tables, more than one table. So at that point of time you needed a join. Join is basically left outer join, right outer join, side join, okay. So left outer join if you will go, so all the records from the left table will come and the next record from the right hand side of the table will come. What is the means common? So through that left outer join we can do. Right outer join is all the record from the right table and the matching record from the left table will come. Okay. And the full join means all the records is the union of both the tables will come. So full outer join, self join means when table is joining with itself only. So that is the self join.
Okay, can you please tell me one real-time example for self join?
Self join like you want, I can give you like in, okay, it's like you have a city, means you want from a table that you want someone who is from the same city, who are the people who is in the residing in the same city on basis of something. Okay, like we are giving any criteria like find out from the department. Okay, we have the salary more than 3,000. Okay, so at that time of point you have to go for the self join for finding from the student. Like I'm telling you based on the city, like giving that select that let's say customer name, A dot customer name, aliasing is like customer 1 and giving the B customer as aliasing as customer 2 and their city from that same table, like let's say customer we have customer A comma customer B. Okay, where A dot customer ID and B dot customer ID is not same and A dot city is equal to B dot city and otherwise we are doing the city. So that we can find out that who are the customers that are from the same city. So at that point of time we needed the self join.
Okay. So what else are there? Left join, right join, self join, and what else are there in join?
What else?
How many types of joins are there?
Basic inner join, left join, right join, full join, self join.
So totally, tell me the count, how many are there?
I have worked on inner, left, right, full, self, and for union also, so that it's not a, you can't say there is just 5 or 6, 5.
So what about cross join?
Cross join is a partition product.
Okay.
Means, like one is a 10, another is a 9, so 9 will be 10. So it's a partition product of both the tables.
Okay, let me ask you one thing. So now I wanted to join 5 tables. So how many joins do I need?
Means 5 tables you want to join?
Let me repeat once again. I wanted to join totally 5 tables. Okay? So in that case, how many joins should we need to use for 5 tables?
There means for means it is common, so both the means 5 would be needed. Means as a table is there, so we have to join all the tables. So for that 5 join would be there.
No, I am asking for joining n number of tables, how many join conditions required?
How many join conditions?
Yes.
Okay, means condition is like means if you are joining something, so like there is a from one column should be there in every means on which basis you are doing. Like there is a customer ID which is unique.
Let me give you the options. Okay.
Yeah.
So my question is for joining 5 tables, how many joins are required? 5 joins, 6 joins, or 4 joins?
It will be 4 joins.
How? Can you tell me that?
Like first you are doing, okay. First will be there. After that 4 will means first will be there from customer A, and based on that 3 more tables, 4 more tables but that will be joined. But from table will not be, that will be
The answer is very simple here. You answered it. The answer is 4. It's very simple. For 3 tables, we need 1 join, right? For 3 tables, 2 joins. It's like for n number of tables, n minus 1, okay?
N minus 1. Yeah, it is means that's a 4 join.
Okay. So, what is view?
View is like virtual table.
Okay.
When it's a private means for, if you want that this much column I should provide to the user, or should give at any point of time that okay, we want this much to show the other person or for use. So at that time of point you are creating view. So that is a virtual table.
Can you tell me any 3 advantages of view?
View in the sense, okay, means it's like for security purposes also a very good thing.
Then?
Okay, and secondly for triggers we are using. Okay, okay.
No, how do we need views for triggers? Can you tell me that?
Means like it's for avoiding mutating table. Means it's like trigger is updating something. Trigger is filed and it is using the same column name in the trigger, and still it's trying to update it. So at that time we can avoid this using the mutation. We should avoid can be avoided through view. So if you will create the view, it simultaneously will get updated and no mutation will not be there.
Okay. Okay, fine. So, tell me one more advantage.
One, like one more if you will see, like what one thing means, means query simplicity is there. Means you can draw data from several different performance. You can draw data from several different systems.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Performance.
Okay.
Consistency is also there. Means if you see, as I told you that notation.
Okay.
So avoiding that and data integrity. So many things.
What do you think about material view?
Material view is like snapshot from snapshot from it's on different different log somewhere means it is present on different networks, and at some point of time you are giving them like flashback of that. Means material view, you can say it's a database object that contains the result of some query. For example, means it may be a local copy of data located remotely. In some other place you have data, or maybe subset of row and column of a table or join results, or maybe you are using a summary using aggregate function. So through that means it's you can say materialized view is a local result of a query.
Tell me the differences between these two, view and materialized view.
Means okay, that is difference in view evaluate the data in the table, underline the view definition at the time the view is queried. And materialized view are similar to regular views. In that they are logical view of your data.
No, I'm not asking you the definitions or the similarities. I'm asking you the differences between view and materialized view.
Particular
okay, fine. If you don't know,
actually, it's hard to recall everything that these ones. Okay, it's like one second. View is like
okay, don't expect too much time for answering. Okay, because it's a template. It's not
view and materialized view that in view
fine.
Okay.
Let me go to the next question. Okay.
Okay.
So tell me about indexes and what are the types of indexes, and explain me about each type.
Pardon?
Indexes.
Okay, it's index is nested table for that, and in collection we are using index type nested table, and nested table is there, and index file is there, and associative. Okay, view arrays. So these
what is the difference between nested table and view array?
nested in view array you have to give the size of that, okay, and nested array is like we are for insertion and all view nested array is okay. Means it will be able to use nested array because nested table is like a one-dimensional array with a arbitrary number of elements. The basic difference you can see in an array we have a declared number of elements, but nested table does not. The size of a nested table can be increased dynamically. And in view array we always have dumps. It's a consecutive subscript. With a nested array, it has dumps initially, but once you it can become sparse when some elements are deleted from it. The nested table that comes from using nested table. It's preferable if you are comparing in view arrays and nested table.
Okay, how to reduce the execution time of any SQL query?
Sorry?
How to reduce execution time of any SQL query?
Okay, that is performance tuning. We should take care of the dependencies, and it should be normalized form. Means normalization is there 1 NF, 2 NF, do that, and we should avoid the context switching in queries. So some simulators like PLSQL we are using. So if you are writing something, people will generate and context will get logically checked. So what will happen? The sequence server for checking. So if you are doing bulk collection is there, so bulk collection is a term there, so you use bulk collection for to provide collection. So through these are the techniques where we can avoid the means. So we can improve our query performance.
What is bulk collect?
Bulk collection is if you want to avoid the method which is fetching the data in an Oracle bulk collect. Means bulk collect the PLSQL says the SQL means to collect many rows at a once and place them in a collection. So that rather than doing context switching every time, it will fetch from there. This is the bulk.
What is for all?
For all means everything, bulk collect means everything, whatever is there, you just take it into one place, everything in a one row. And through that you can use it.
Okay.
Like if I have when I need to fetch a large volume of data, okay, at that it will cause a trouble for DBA because we want some faster execution. So for that, we are using PLSQL provide the bulk collect operation using the unit class. Unit class is there. So suppose we need to retrieve all the rows from the employees table and then perform some any analysis on each row. We can use bulk collect. So that means their performance of the query would be better using the bulk collect.
Okay, can we have two primary keys on a single table?
Primary key is primary one primary key. This is primary key using the different columns, like 2 or 3 columns using them we are creating a primary key. So primary key would be 1, but with a combination of it can be 2 or 3 columns.
Can you please come again?
Primary key would be 1 only.
Okay. So what about the columns you are explaining, like combination of columns and...
It's a candidate key, you can say.
Okay.
Means candidate key can be any column or a combination of columns that can qualify for a unique key in a database.
Okay, so...
There can be multiple candidate key in one table. And each candidate key can qualify for a primary key. So primary key is a column or combination of columns. That can be unity identifier record. So that can be combination of column, primary key. Or it could be a single column.
Okay, what is a foreign key?
Foreign key is like for maintaining when we are means referential integrity, for that we are using foreign key. So foreign key is like it's in the context of relational database. Foreign key is a field in one table that can be uniquely identifies a row in another table or the same table. Foreign key is defined as a second table, but it refers to the primary key of a unique key. So
Okay.
your parent, yeah.
Okay. So we have primary key and foreign key. Okay. So which one is a dependent table and which one is a parent table?
Foreign key would be parent table because it is defined. It would be from the first table you are driving into the second table. So parent would be.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Please recall whatever you have explained now.
Parent.
I asked you which one is a parent table and which one is a dependent table.
Okay.
So see, there are two tables. So in one table we have primary key and in another table we have foreign key. Okay. So now which table is a dependent table?
Okay. Okay. The table containing the foreign key is called the style table. Correct. And the table containing the candidate key is called the reference or parent table.
No, I am not talking about candidate key.
Yeah, correct. So you can say that
No, simply which one? So the dependent table is a table that we have primary key or the table that we have foreign key. Which one?
dependent would be which have the foreign key.
Okay, let me move on to the next question. So rate yourself in PLSQL.
7.5 you can say.
Okay, tell me about exception handling.
Exception handling is means it's a runtime error. Okay, runtime error arises from the design fault or in PLSQL an error condition is we are calling it as an exception. Exception can be internally defined by the runtime system or user defined. Okay, internally defined exception includes you can say which Oracle implicitly providing us, like a divide by zero, out of memory, and some many more means storage error are there or login denied is there. So the other internal exception can be we can give the name.
Okay, how can you create user defined exception?
Yeah, by overriding the exception like my exception and exception. So through that exception handler, so we can create our own exception, implicit exception. Explicitly we can create it. So means like you want a user defined exception. So at that point of time let's say we are writing my exception and then giving us using the keyword raise we can raise our own exception. Here we have to use the keyword raise for invoking your own exception.
Okay.
Which implicit exception will not need it. It will Oracle automatically will invoke it.
Okay, can you tell me any 5 predefined exceptions in Oracle?
Predefined exceptions are access to null, case not found, collection is null, as I told you, invalid cursor, and divide by zero. Okay, invalid numbers, no data found, login denied, not logged on, and like row type mismatch or program error. So many things. Or storage error or cluster cursor, too many errors.
Okay, so can we use function in select statement?
Can we use function in
select statement?
Function will get actually function we have to call it, but through select I never use it. It should not be to select. We have to call means the function. Like we have written find max. So for calling it, unless you are passing a form of, let's say,
No. Actually, the answer is wrong. If your answer is right, I would be expecting some explanation from you, but the answer is wrong. Okay, leave it. So what about procedure? Can we use procedure in self statement? Can we use procedure in self statement? Yes or no? Or no?
Not used actually, so
Okay, fine.
not used that.
Be honest, okay? Be honest.
That's not used that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's not used that.
now you tell me the differences between procedure and function. Tell me every five differences. I would be expecting 5 differences from you. Okay, come on.
Okay, means first function must return return a value where procedure is not important. Okay, and
Then?
okay. And business means everybody you have to read business only. So one second. And one more thing means function procedure allows select as well as analyst campaign.
No, are you reading any content? No, it sounds like that actually.
Basically function not return a value, but procedure is optional. Function can have only input parameters. Okay, only input parameters, whereas procedure can have input and output parameter both, means in out both. Function can be called from procedure. Okay, in procedure.
Come again.
Function can be called from procedure.
Okay.
Whereas procedure cannot be called from the function.
Okay, then.
And procedure cannot be utilized in a select statement.
Okay.
Whereas function can be you can use in a select statement.
So what did I ask you before?
Was not so just you told me that. So I told you that. You told me that function can be used.
Yes. So it is
just at this point from telling me.
Okay, fine. So what else are there?
Sorry?
Is there any other differences?
Okay. Yeah, other exceptions can be handled by price tag gap in a procedure, whereas price tag gap cannot be used in a function. We can't handle using price tag in a function. Wherever procedure we can do.
Okay. Then?
And many more years?
Tell me one more. Because returning a value or not returning a value, and also
we can go for transaction management. Transaction management we can do in procedure, whereas we can't go in function with the transaction management.
Transaction management, what does it mean? See, if a function is just used for calculations, okay? And when you talk about procedure, it is used for transactions. So, what do you mean by transaction management?
Transaction that DCLs and
that can be performed anywhere, right? So, you are going to DCL, DML and all.
Transaction management, is it PLSQL something? PLSQL is there for transaction management, like,
Nope.
I'm not very much aware that means PLSQL is there for managing the transaction. That is handled in a procedure, but we can't handle it through functions.
What is list tag?
Sorry?
List tag function.
Distinct.
List tag.
This part I don't use that.
Okay. What about WC concat?
Huh?
WC concat.
Means for concatenating the function is used for concatenation of two strings to form a single string.
No, not exactly.
Not exactly. Means it's like I think that much I have been able to tell me for writing adding that or two tables you have means you have a tables you can write own aggregate function use WM concatenate.
Nope.
But I'm not aware. This much I'm able to tell that.
Okay.
Writing own aggregate function or use
No.
for concatenation I think concatenation for we are using that WC concatenate. Not okay.
Let me move on to the next question. So, how many triggers are there?
12 triggers. We can apply means in a table. Means 12 triggers we can apply.
I am asking again, are you sure about the count 12?
Yeah. In a single table we can apply 12 triggers.
Don't we have plus 1 totally 13 triggers in Oracle?
Means I have read this much as means 12. I'm aware.
See, I am asking you something from your practical experience, not what you have written online, okay? I can show you so many answers in online for the same question. One guy will return something like 5 triggers, one guy will return like 12 triggers, one guy will return like 14, one guy will return like 16. Which one you believe? So you should have something right in your mind. So when you answer like 12 triggers, you should be in a position to answer what are those and tell me the reason why only we have 12, not 13. Okay, tell me what are those triggers? Okay,
triggers are there. Before and after triggers are there.
Okay.
Instead of triggers are there. Triggers on system events and user events are there. Row triggers are when you define a trigger, you can specify the number of times the trigger can action to be run. Okay. Row trigger is fired each time the table is affected by triggering a statement. For example, if an update statement updates multiple rows of a table.
Fine. I'm not asking you to explain. I'm just asking you the count. How many?
Yes, I'm aware of 12.
12, okay.
I'm aware of 12. Yeah.
Okay.
Not more than that.
Fine. So why do you use instead of...
As I told you, means I'm not with that DBU or something like that.
Fine.
I'm working on something.
Okay, so why do we use instead of trigger?
Instead of trigger provides a transparent way of modifying views that cannot be modified directly through UML statements, like insert, update and delete. These triggers are called instead of triggers because unlike other types of triggers, Oracle finds the trigger instead of including a trigger in a statement. Okay, good. So here is that.
So the next question will be sorry. What is the system level trigger?
System level trigger is a system that means system is means triggered on the system level. Like system level for database startup and shutdown or data guard role transition, server error message at that time. So these are for them you are using system level for triggering.
So what are the types of collections?
Means type of such there is
okay. So how do you shell scripting? Unix shell scripting?
Normal commands means the normal I have used for Linux, not doing special things. Normally
Okay.
you are
Okay.